Go to VA41. Then value contract can give WK1 is general value contract. Give your sold to, give your to purchase test. Here you have this field assortment module. Here whatever assortment module we created, you can enter that here. Press enter. Okay, so the system is now accepted this. So value contract means here you need to provide the value of the entire contract. So for example, now we are agreed to give 1000 euro. We are agreed to supply materials worth 1000 euro. Then you give 1000 as the target value, and here if you want to know yeah, so you can go here, you can check the assortment module here. So these are the 3 products in the assortment module which we created. The 3 products have come here. So the value which you are going to supply will comprise of these 3 materials. So you don't need to again enter your materials here. So that is the convenience of using this assortment module. So here you can valid to date, can give here. And can check if your contract is complete. So you can save this contract. So this is about saving the general value contract. Now it is not enough we just create a contract, we need to create release orders from this contract. Okay, now this is the contract. Copy this contract number. Let us create a sales order by referring to this contract. So VA01, go to create your own order from the contract. Now create with reference. Go to the contract, select the contract and give the contract and copy. So now you don't see the quantity here, but instead you got the assortment module here. So what you can do, you select this and click on expand assortment module. So if you click this, the system will expand the assortment module. Here you see that there are 3 products, so you can specify the quantities. So here you give 10, give 10, give 10. And then you go back and copy this. Okay, so the quantities have come here. Now you can select, check if the document is complete. There is no purchase order number, so you can give. So the document is complete, and now we can save this order. So this is how you create a value contract. See, now you got an information. Target value of value contract has been exceeded. Do you still wish to save the document or continue to edit? Why we got this message? Because of the contract release control in the item category. So the value contract, whatever we have created, is only for 1000 euro. But now we have 3 materials. We have given 10 pieces. So it is exceeded the value of the contract. So you can go and change the release order so that it will only, the value will get, the value you will have will be restricted within that 1000 euro. Just change this. Now you can save it. So still it is exceeded, but I am going ahead and saving this release order. Okay, so the standard order has been now saved. So we can go and check the document flow 15488, how this looks like. So this is the document flow. So this is value contract, general value contract, and this is the standard order that got released from this value contract. So any doubts on this so far from anyone?
Sir, we created an sales standard order with the reference with the contract. Then why the status of the contract is still open?
Because it is not yet complete, right?
Means after order.
No, the value contract, I think only this much value got released. Okay, so you are meant to say that why this is still showing complete, although you have showing you have released the value from this, right? Maybe it is because of the completion complete reference check. So because of that it is still showing like this. So maybe what we can do, you can check what item category it is using and what completion check they have maintained for this item category. There is one check called complete reference in the item category, right? We have seen that already. Maybe it could be because of that. See, completion rule they have maintained here as E. Item is completed after full target value is referenced. Okay. In this case, why it is still showing as open? Value released. I'm just trying to adjust the price to 1000. Okay, now if I save, let us see what happens, because we have adjusted the price to almost 1000 euros, which is the value contract's total value. Okay, now let us check. Try to create a delivery. Okay, still I think it is showing as open only. So
Mm.
let us try creating another order. Track reference. Copying material in any value contract items is not permitted. Expand assortment. We need to check the settings for the item category only, Vivek. Maybe if we change the settings, then it will work. But I don't know why it is not working with the existing setting.
Okay.
UKN, right? So value contract item. So here value contract material. What is this value contract material? Why they have given it here? Value contract material. This should not give here anything. Contract release control is no response. Warning if target value. Error message if target value. Sorry, but contract is not blocked. Okay. Completion rule. Item is completed with first reference. Item is completed after full quantity has been. Okay, full target value is. Item is referenced via contract release. It will function only with completion rule E. You have to put it back to E. Okay. So we will check this as well. Okay. So you can try to do this exercise. So in case, I don't know, it could be due to some other system settings that it might work for you in your system.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So any other doubts? Yesterday, we created a master contract, right? So for example, we attempted to create a master contract. Sorry. We can go to VA 41 and we can create a master contract. So in this sold to party, or we can give a new this sold to party, we can give sales area is redetermined. So ideally, contract start was today, for example. Contract end will be end of this year. Now we can save this master contract. Now whenever you create other contracts like quantity contract or value contract, you can attach that contract with this master contract based on the referencing requirement procedure configurations, which is already set up. So now you have this master contract which is saved. So now let us create another contract. For example, let us create a quantity contract now. QC is the quantity contract. So let us create one quantity contract. And we'll give some material. In quantity 10 we will give. Now we have this field master contract here. So for this customer, group master contract exists because now only we created a group master contract for this customer. So if you want to add this there, you can go and click on list. So this is the master contract. Go to copy. Now the master contract would get added here, and this this quantity contract will get attached to the master contract. Now you see the master contract number has come here, and now if I try to save this, now for example contract start, contract end, now I will save this. Now this quantity contract 4000214 has been saved. Now if I go and open the master contract which we created, this is the master contract we created. If I press enter, the quantity contract whatever we created would have been added there. So this is the quantity contract we created just now, so it got appended here. So this is how you attach your contracts to the master contract. But in order to do this, you need to set up the referencing requirements. So inside the referencing requirements, we will add what are the contract document types that can be attached to a master contract. See, for example, if you go to SPRO, SAP reference IMG, sales and distribution, sales documents, contracts. Here you can go and go to master contract, define referencing requirements, define referencing procedures. So here you have defined your referencing procedure as SDGK. This is your referencing procedure, and inside that referencing procedure you should add all your target documents. These are all the contracts that you can attach it with your master contract GK. GK is the master contract document type, and these are the different contract types: quantity contracts, rental contract, value, uh, general value contract, material related value contract, and service and maintenance contract. So whenever you can create an umbrella or a master contract, and for the same customer you have other contracts, then these contract types, if you are creating these contracts, then you can attach it to your master contract. So this is the setting which allows us to do that. So any doubts on this master contract concept?
No, sir.
Okay, so let us go ahead with today's session, assuming that you don't have any other further queries. So we go to unit number 10. So today we will be starting with the delivery process. So far whatever we have discussed has covered the sales process. So we started with pre-sales, we created inquiries, we created quotations, then we checked how sales order is getting created, what are the different sources of creating a sales document, what are the data that is relevant for creating sales document, how to create sales document by referring to another document, what are the special sales document types, we have checked that, and what is the copy control settings that we are using for getting the data from the preceding document to the subsequent document. We have seen that. Then we saw what is sales document type. We also created our own sales document types. We checked what is an item category, what is an item category determination, what is schedule lane category, what is schedule lane category determination, and then we checked on how the control happens for sales document. So sales document has 3 levels. One is the header, item, and the schedule line. Each are controlled differently. So what controls the header, what controls the item category, and what controls the schedule line category we have seen. We have seen the data determination in sales order, plan determination, shipping point determination, route determination, and also we saw material determination, material listing exclusion, free goods. We got to know what is the condition technique. Then we discussed around incompleteness procedures and partner determination procedure, and the special sales processes, and also the contracts we have discussed. So this is all about the sales order processing. So we are yet to discuss something about the output configuration and the price and the text determination configuration. These three are common for all the like price is not common, but we will discuss the pricing procedure or the pricing determination, output configuration and text configuration towards the end of our sessions. So that would be common to all the transactional documents. So now we have completed our sales document processing. So there are a few queries from you guys. So we will try to address them based on our availability and the system, how it behaves. We are not sure. So let us try to address them as well. And moving forward, we will try to cover the concepts relating to delivery processing. So as we have discussed in our past weeks, like I have shown you how to create a delivery from a sales document and what is the use of a delivery document and what are the processes that would be used within the delivery processing, like transfer order creation, packing processes, posting the goods issue. So what is the significance of these processes and how they are controlled, we have seen already. So this will just be a extension of whatever you have learned previously on the delivery processing. So delivery document can be created from a sales order, or it can be created from a stock transfer order, or it can be created from a subcontracting order or a purchase order or from a project activity as well. So these are the different ways in which you can create a delivery document. So you can create a delivery document with reference to a preceding document or without reference to a preceding document. So you don't need to have a sales document or a purchase order to create a delivery always. So you can do that. A standalone delivery or a document creation is also possible. We will see how that works. So delivery document, whenever we attempted to create a delivery document, so you know that we used a certain transaction to create a delivery document. So can someone tell me what is the transaction that we use to create a delivery document?
Sir, it's VL01N.
Okay, so when you go to VL01N and inside this VL01N screen, what is the fields that you are seeing as a part of the input parameters? So here you see shipping point is there, selection date and the order. So order is the reference with which you would be creating a delivery. This date is the delivery date. So delivery creation date, that would be the date on which you want to create the delivery. So it will be based on the schedule lines that on based on the confirmed schedule line. This date we need to update here. And here you see there is something called the shipping point. So shipping point, as you are all aware, is the highest organizational element that is used in the logistics process or the shipment process. So delivery processing, shipping point, without shipping point you cannot create a delivery. Shipping point is the highest organizational unit in delivery processing. So without shipping, the order itself would become incomplete. And even if you try to attempt to create a sales order without a shipping point also, then in any probability the system will not allow you to create the delivery without the shipping point. So you need to have the shipping point here. See, for example, you need to give the shipping point here 1201 for example, and then you can give your order 15488 something. Press enter. The system will now create a delivery document. Okay. 488. Okay, we'll give the next order. 5499. So let us wait for the delivery document to come. No schedule lines, so we'll put a schedule line here. Okay. Okay, now this is the delivery document that you are attempting to create. So this is the overview screen, same like sales order. Here also it opens in the overview screen, and you have header and the item, same as the sales document, but you don't have a schedule line here. The schedule line in the sales order is merged with the item here, because schedule line in the sales order will have the delivery date and the quantities that would be delivered on that date. So that is already, it would appear as a item level in this delivery document. So you can click on this, it will go branch out to the header details here. So in the header you will have the information about the delivery and all the other information which are common to the entire document. Like you will have the ship to party, and you will have information about the uh, warehouse number that would be used. So what is the overall status of this document? You go to the loading tab, you will have information about the transportation group, what is the overall weight, what is the overall volume, what is the loading point. And in the shipment tab, you will have information about the shipping point and the route which this delivery will take, and few other important information related to the dates. Now here is the delivery date, and if this is the delivery date, what would be the GI date? So when the goods issue has to happen, and if this is the goods issue date, when the loading has to happen, and when the transportation planning has to happen. We have already seen in the delivery and the transportation scheduling how these dates are getting calculated. So which date is getting calculated from which organizational unit or from which element, we have already seen. So the transit time, here you don't see the transit time. So the transportation planning and the transit time will be taken up from the route, and the loading and the goods issue dates, this will be picked up from the shipping point. So here you have the Incoterms, what is the shipping condition that is used. So all this kind of information will be present at the header. So similarly, you can select this line and give this go to this item details. So this will give us information about the items. What are the features of this item? So what is the material that is used, and what is the batch of that particular material, and what is the information on the material availability date, what is the plant, what is the storage location used, what is the quantity, what is the uh, individual items, gross weight, net weight, and the loading and shipment information. So loading group, transportation group. So all this information will be present at the line item level. So now in the overview screen also, you can go to item overview, picking tab, loading tab, transportation, status overview. Status overview is a very significant information. So here you see all the statuses about this delivery. So overall picking status is A because picking process is not started. Warehouse management status is also A because we have not done any warehouse management activity. Goods movement status is also A because we have not done the post goods issue. And billing status is obviously A because we have not yet created billing for this delivery document. So it is all in the initial stage. So then we can go and attempt to save this delivery. So you can go to item overview, just see once again. Here you see one item category has got determined. So this is the item category of the delivery document. Here you can see, if you go and click on the administration tab, you can see what is the delivery document type and the document category for this. So document category for sales order was C, and for delivery it is J. And whenever you attempt to create an invoice, the document category would be M. So based on this document category only, the system tries to understand what document is this. So if the document category is J, it means it is a delivery document. Although you can use different delivery document types. Here we are using LF, which is a standard delivery document, which is used like how we used standard sales order OR for our learning purposes. So here again we are using standard delivery type LF for our testing and learning purpose. So we will use LF, which is the standard delivery document type. So here you can see who has created this, who has created, when he has created, at what time he has created this delivery, and anyone has changed this delivery, who has changed it, and what at what time they have changed. So now can go back. We have seen here an item category and a delivery document type at the header level. Now we'll try to save this delivery. Now we have saved this delivery. Now delivery document 80017584 has been saved. Now we can go and display the delivery document. Now we can go and select the document flow, and you can check the preceding document and the document delivery document as well here. So here you see you created an order, created a delivery. Now what are the different functions of this delivery document and how this document is controlled at the header and at the item, we will be seeing next. So now for example, so what is the logistics process they have explained, what are the reference, so what is the goods receipt process. Similarly, like how we have a goods issue, for any inbound or incoming deliveries, we will have a goods receipt process. So this is the shipping process. We know about the shipping process. Once the delivery is created, we need to do the picking, packing, and once the shipping documents are generated, then we do the goods issue. So this is about the delivery process. And this is the structure of the delivery document, which we discussed a few minutes back. This is the header. This is the item. So that is what they are showing here. So then you can go individually into the item and individually into the header and the item, and you can look at each and every tab and see how they are configured. Now, what is the difference between a delivery and a shipment document? So now you have created one delivery document. So likewise, you let us imagine that you got some 100 delivery documents that you have created today, and all the 100 delivery documents are using the same route, and it is using the same shipping point. And let us assume that even the ship to party to whom you are trying to ship would be the same. So, or it could be that what out of this 150 is using one particular ship to party, and another remaining 50 is using another ship to party. So, but still they use the same ship to party. But if they use the same route, then there is a possibility to club all these deliveries and create one shipment document. So that shipment document will combine the different deliveries which uses the same route, and they can be clubbed together and they can be shipped together. So shipment document is nothing but a transportation document which we can create after creating the delivery. After we do the picking and the packing process, then we can create a shipment document which is nothing but a transportation document, which will enable us to club the deliveries which have the same route or the same ship to party, and the consignment can be moved together. So if you are engaging a logistics service provider to effect the shipment for you, so for example, if you are using a courier company like a DHL or FedEx to send out the goods from your place to the ship to party. Then in case if you create some 5 delivery documents and all the 5 are being sent via the same route and the destination for all the 5 is same, although like the ship to party may vary. So let us assume that you have ordered some product from Amazon, and in your street or in your flat few other people have also ordered something from Amazon. So Amazon, what they will do, they will check the route whether this destination is the same and it takes the same route. And then what they will do, they will combine all the orders together and they will put it in one courier company. For example, DHL, they are using DHL. So they put all this together and they will arrive at a common place, either in your street end or at your flat gate, near the gate of your flat or somewhere. It will arrive. And from there, individually, they will be delivering the parcel to you, to your neighbor or to your friend or someone who lives in the same premises or in the same location. So that is how the shipment works. So delivery you can create, and if this delivery is using the same route and the same destination, then they can be clubbed into a shipment, and that shipment document can be used to execute the logistics process. Like here they have explained very clearly. So from this particular shipping point 1100, you have created this delivery, and here from this shipping point 1000 you have created one more delivery 2. So all these put together, they will create one shipment document, and that shipment document will be used to deliver the goods to a particular destination. So the delivery in the SAP system supports the processing of shipping and goods receiving activities in the warehouse and at the shipping point. The same shipping point which you use can also be used to receive the goods as well. So receiving is nothing but a procurement process or a purchase process. So if you have created a purchase order and you are trying to procure some materials from another plant or say from another vendor, then the shipping point would act as a receiving point as well. So in those cases, you need to create an inbound delivery and against your purchase order. And for that inbound delivery, you will perform a goods receipt instead of a goods issue because you are trying to receive the order. So now the delivery, for example, we consider a situation here, they have clearly defined. Consider a situation in which several outbound deliveries are loaded onto your truck, and the truck delivers goods to several shipping points and ship to parties along a particular route. In this case, you can create a document using the transportation functionality so that outbound deliveries are grouped together on the basis of user definable criteria, which is same route and transportation requirement. So transportation requirement also should be taken into consideration. So for example, you are using a you are trying to ship a refrigerated product, but the same route in the same route you are trying to use a different normal product you are trying to send, then you cannot club these two because your product what you are sending is a refrigerated product. It needs to use a refrigerated container, all these things. But the other product which also goes to the same destination, you may not be able to club it into this same transportation because the transportation requirement is different. That is what it means. So this document which you are trying to create is called the shipment document. So any doubts on this shipment process and the delivery document creation and the structure of the delivery document which we discussed so far?
Sir,
Yeah,
how to create without reference
I will
outbound
show
delivery?
you. I will definitely show you.
Okay.
So I will show you in some time. Okay. When we discuss the delivery document type configuration, I will tell you how we do that. Okay. So now moving ahead, we will, any other doubts from anyone else apart from this?
No, sir.
Okay, so now let us try to understand what are the basic organizational units for the delivery process. So the basic organizational units, you are aware, is the shipping point and the plant. So what is a plant? You know, it represents a manufacturing facility or a storage facility. So plant is assigned to a company code, and also for the purpose of executing a sales and distribution document, you assign the combination of sales org and distribution channel to a plant. So this is one of the organizational unit which will be used in the delivery process. And also there is a subdivision to the plant like a storage location. So it is the exact place where the materials would be stored. That is yet another organizational unit which is assigned to the plant. Now similarly we have a shipping point, which is another organizational unit where the shipment process or the shipment related activities happen, and the shipping point will be assigned to a plant. So the assignment of shipping point to a plant is a many to many relationship. So many shipping points can be assigned to one plant. Multiple plants can be assigned to one shipping point. So this is a many to many relationship. So this is the diagram or the illustration shows that. So you have a client, you have a company code. So you have two company codes. You have these plants which are assigned to the company code, and these are the storage locations which are associated with those plants. So is this illustration clear to everyone? Or you want me to go into detailed explanation, because we have already covered this as part of our organizational structure unit.
No, sir, clear.
How about
Yes, sir.
others?
Clear.
Okay. How about others? Kuldeep, Vikrant, Onkar.
Yes,
Clear,
sir,
sir.
clear.
Clear, sir.
Okay, sir. All of you are silent today. Okay, so here the plant, they describe about what are the activities of a plant. So the plant plays a central role in the inventory management. So here whatever you do, manufacturing or storage of materials, all happens at the level of plant, and this plant would be assigned to a shipping point or a shipping point. Why? Because it helps in the shipping process. Only the plant, if you have, it will not assist in the shipping process. So you have to imagine a scenario like you have a manufacturing plant somewhere in uh, Pune. You have many manufacturing plants there, right? Many automobile manufacturing plants are there in Pune, nearby areas of Pune.
Yes,
But
sir.
if they wanted to do some export of the cars that they have manufactured, then they have to move all this to the Mumbai port. So that Mumbai port would be represented as a shipping point, and all the plants which operate in and out of Pune would be assigned to that shipping point. And there could be instances where there could be other shipping points like Mumbai railway station, from where they send the materials via truck, or some other point where they use the trucks. So all these are all the different shipping points. And these three shipping points, for example, Mumbai port, Mumbai rail yard, and the Mumbai bus station or the truck station or something like that, all these three different shipping points can be assigned to one plant in Pune also. So that is also possible. You just need to imagine all these things within yourself and see how the business is working. This all is about how you imagine the scenarios. Okay. So then we have something called the warehouse management. So just to give me a few minutes, we will continue. I will just back. Okay, guys. So, any doubts so far? I'm just asking you again.
No, sir.
Hello. Okay.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Fine.
Just the
Let's move
previous
ahead.
one.
Okay, let's move ahead. So now, this is another important organizational unit called the warehouse. So more details of this warehouse as an organizational unit we can learn in SAP warehouse management module. But still, for the sake of understanding, we deal with certain basic concepts of what is a warehouse and what are the different functionalities of a warehouse and how the assignments are made in this warehouse. So here, when we went into our delivery document, we saw that a warehouse got assigned automatically based on the plant. So plant it essentially represents a manufacturing facility or a storage facility which stores the finished product in the ready to ship stage. So you can see that in our case, the plant that got determined was 1200. So we can go and check in material management logistics. You can see assign warehouse number to plant or storage location. In this configuration, what they would have done is they would have assigned a warehouse number to your plant. So in our case, we have plant 1200. So to this plant, we see that there are many warehouses that are been assigned depending on the storage location. So for particular storage location 0001, which we are using in our sales document, the warehouse number that got assigned is 012. So had you used another storage location, then this warehouse would have got determined. So now let us consider that our warehouse number 012 has been determined automatically based on this assignment of warehouse number to plant storage location combination. Now what this warehouse essentially means is there are two different types of warehouses. One is a lean warehouse and another is a full or a complete warehouse. So lean warehouse, whenever we have, generally it is the plant itself will behave as the warehouse and there will not be any specific determination of warehouse number in the transactional documents. So in those cases, you don't need to create a transfer order explicitly to move the material from one point in the warehouse to another point. So those are examples of a lean warehouse where you don't have this assignment of warehouse number to this plant. So that will be a very simple process where you just update the delivery quantity in the picking quantity field and you can save that and the status of the picking would become completed, and then you can go ahead and create your own you can do the post goods issue and you can then create your invoice documents. But in the case of a complete warehouse, we will have a warehouse number specifically assigned to our plant storage location combination, like how you see here. See here you see that there is a warehouse number assigned and the overall warehouse management status is A and the picking status is also A, and it clearly states that warehouse transfer management transfer order is required. Had this assignment not been available, then here it would have seen you could see that here it would be empty or blank and it will say not relevant for WM. But the picking status would be A because you have not done the picking. So in those cases, you can just copy the delivery quantity and paste the delivery quantity here. And if you save your delivery, the status of the picking would become C. And then you can proceed with your transportation or shipment document creation or packing or goods issue process. But in our case, this is a complete warehouse solution. So you are having this warehouse number that got determined here based on this plant and this storage location. And now since it is a warehouse is assigned, we need to create a transfer order and we need to then complete the picking. Like once you confirm the transfer order, the picking status would become complete. So when you want supposed to do these operations in the warehouse, you need to understand that there are a few organizational elements or a few components in the warehouse which you need to understand. What are they? We call them as the storage type, staging area, door. All these things would be part of the organizational units. So warehouse number. So what is the warehouse number? We saw that we have warehouse number 012, which represents the warehouse complex. So there could be many warehouses assigned to one plant depending on the storage locations. So one plant will have multiple storage location, and each plant and storage location combination would have a warehouse number. So warehouse number ideally represents the entire warehouse complex or the address of the warehouse. Then you have a storage type. So different materials would be stored differently. So the storage type represents that. So within the particular warehouse, you will have different materials. So one material you need to store it inside water. For example, I'm telling one material you need to store in a refrigerated place. One material need to be stored in a dry place. So all these things would be present. So this represents the storage type within the warehouse. And then when you are trying to move material from your storage location or the picking area, where exactly the point from where you need to pick the material is called the storage section or the picking area. This is the exact point depending on the storage type. There could be many compartments or chambers within that storage type, and picking area is the exact location from where you want to pick your material. So that is defined as the picking area. And the storage bin, which is another specific area within that picking area. So this is the storage bin inside which your product will be stored. So you need to imagine this as a very big structure. So you just need to have a wild imagination on how this would look like in a massive warehouse setup. So inside the storage bin, your exact location where the material would be available. And once you remove the material from the storage bin, you need to store it in a temporary place before the shipment is effected or before you load it into your truck or into the loading ramp, whatever you call it. So that intermediate area where you store the materials immediately after it is removed from the storage bin is called the staging area. So staging area is like an intermediate area where you keep all your materials after it is removed from the storage bin. And then door is the place from where the shipment would get loaded into your truck or into your loading ramp. So the warehouse will have many doors. So each door can be represented by a number or a alphabet. So door A, door B, door C, like that, or 1, 2, 3, any convenient uh, naming convention you can adopt. And that would represent the place or the exact point from where the goods would be loaded into your truck. So that is called the door. So these are the different elements that are present within this warehouse, like warehouse number, storage type, storage section, storage bin, staging area, and the door. So here you see the connection between the warehouse number and plant and storage location that we have already, I have shown you this. So this is all about the organizational units for delivery process. So any doubts on this so far?
No, sir.
Okay, so about others?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So now you have understood what is the warehouse and what are the different elements that are present inside the warehouse. So just try to imagine these things as it could be as it appears, so that you can understand it better and you can try to correlate the things in the sales and distribution process. So it's all about how you imagine the things. But if you get a chance to work in those warehouses, then you will be able to easily get into that. So that is all about the organizational elements or in the shipping or the delivery process. So please ensure that you go through all these assessment at the back of these units. I'm repeating it time and again. Please ensure you do that. Then now we are coming into the next important unit of how do you control the delivery documents. So as I shown you, delivery document has a header and a item. So header will be controlled by the delivery document type and the item would be controlled by the delivery item category. So delivery item category is different than that of the sales document item category. So it is a different configuration. So you should not confuse yourself with the sales document item category and a delivery item category. So delivery item category in order to control the delivery document item. So what are the different functions of a delivery document type? So delivery document type will have its own functions to control the delivery process. So one would be the number range assignment. So how the number ranges get generated, like how we saw that number range configuration for sales document. Similarly, we will have a number range configuration for delivery document. Then we have what are the partners that would get determined in the delivery document. What are the delivery split by warehouse number. So if the delivery is using for 2 warehouses, then the delivery would get split according to these warehouse numbers. For example, if you have 2 items in your sales order, first item is using plant 1200 and is using storage location 0001, and the second item is also using plant 1200 but it uses a different storage location. Then the based on the plant storage location combination, the warehouse numbers would get changed, so the delivery would get split. So that is controlled by the delivery type. And reference to order, so how you create a delivery without reference to order or whether we need to have a reference is decided based on the configuration. Then how route is redetermined in the delivery. Route will be already determined in the sales document, but after you create the delivery, we have an option of redetermining the route in case if you want to change the route. Transportation relevance, that's what I shown you, like we discussed how to club multiple deliveries into one transportation or one shipment document. Then we have something called the output. So outputs, many outputs would get determined from a delivery document. So they could be print outputs, or they can be a fax or an email output or an electronic data output as well. So how this output are getting triggered from delivery document, we will discuss it at a later stage. Each transactional document has its own output determination. So sales, from sales orders, we will be having outputs getting triggered. Similarly, from delivery document also, we will have outputs getting triggered. From invoice or a billing document also, we will have outputs getting triggered. So these are controlled by the delivery document type. So these are some of the controls that can be affected by the delivery document type. So these are the standard delivery document types that we can use. So we are almost every time we are using only LF, which is a standard delivery document. These are the other different delivery document types. So if you are if you wanted to create a delivery document without reference to a sales or any other document, then you can use delivery document type LO. I will show that how to create that in some time. So then we have other delivery types, EL, which can be used for inbound deliveries against purchase orders that you have created. And we have NL, which is a replenishment delivery, return delivery. We'll be using a separate document. All these are the different delivery document types which you are expected to know. So then we have something called the delivery item category. So what this item category controls. So what these item category controls. So it will check whether this item is relevant for picking. In case if there is any over delivery, then what is the tolerance that we can accept? If there is under delivery, what is the tolerance that we can accept? And picking or storage location, how, based on what rule the picking location has to be determined, and what are the text that can be enabled from this delivery item, whether we need to perform availability check again after delivery creation, what is the minimum delivery quantity. So in case if the delivery does not meet that minimum delivery quantity, how the system has to react. What is batch determination? So batches are mostly used in components manufacturing or pharma industries, where they will be using the concept of batches. So that we will discuss a little later. And then packing, whether automatic packing has to happen or manually it will be packed. So all these kind of controls will be placed in the delivery item category. So where these configurations are present, you can look into that inside the system. If we go, it is PRO, CP reference IMG. So you can go to all the delivery related configurations and settings. You need to check in logistics execution, not in sales and distribution. Okay, so you can go here, go to shipping, select shipping, go to deliveries, define delivery types. Like how we have defined sales document type, likewise we have delivery document definition. So you select your own delivery document type, LF, select this, go to details screen. There you see what are the things that we discussed, like delivery type, document category is J, what is the number ranges assignment. Here is the important thing, order reference required. So whenever you attempt to create delivery document type with document type delivery with document type LF, it will always ask you for a reference based on this setting only. So sales order required, definitely sales order is required. And in case if you put sales order is no preceding documents required, then it will not ask you for a preceding or a reference document. So in those cases, the default order type, what the system will use will be updated here. So in case the system doesn't ask you for a reference document, here you have this field default order type. So the system will look in for a default order type, which we call it as a pseudo sales order. So pseudo sales order means something which does not exist. So just for satisfaction purpose, we are having this pseudo sales document type or the default order type, which will assign it here. And the system will consider that as the reference, and it will try to create a delivery, a standalone delivery. So and then we have document content. Inside that we have storage location determination rule. We have many rules how to determine the storage location, and text determination, then route determination, whether we need to redetermine the route in the delivery, although it is determined in the sales order. Then we have other important concepts like output determination, partner determination. Yesterday, you remember we discussed about the partner determination procedure. So inside that partner determination procedure, we saw how at what levels partner determination procedure will work. So it will work at customer master, it will work at sales document, header and item, and it will also work at delivery level as well. So here is what you see that setting. Then automatic packing, whether we need to enable automatic packing for this delivery document type, all these settings will be present here. So any doubts on this? What you can do is you can go individually to these fields and you can select the documentation that is present and you can read them, and if you have any doubts you can come back to me. So I leave this to you. You can carry this as an exercise, and you can try to understand more detailed information based on the documentation that is present for each and every field in the system.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is about the delivery type configuration. Now let us check item categories. So you have to select here. What is the item category that got determined from our in our delivery document was standard item category TAN. Mostly the naming convention would be same as the sales document item category. So here also it is called as a standard item. Select this, go to details. Here you will see all the other checks that we discussed, like check quantity, minimum delivery, over delivery, availability check, packing control, whether it is relevant for picking, whether storage location is required. If so, what is this? How the storage location would get determined? Automatic batch determination. What is the text determination procedure at the item level? So all these settings are present inside the delivery item category configuration. So this item category for the delivery would get determined automatically in the system. Define item category determination in the deliveries. So here you can go and select and see how the item category determination is configured. So here you see like how we had item category determination for sales document. We have sales order type, item category group, item usage, higher level item category. For that, we assigned a default item category that would be automatically determined in the sales order. Like that, we have an item category determination for delivery document as well, which checks for the delivery type. Instead of sales type, sales document type, it will check for delivery document type. Then it will check for the item category group, usage, item category of the higher level item. For that, it will propose the default item category. So item category determination, it happens based on this. So in delivery also, it will use the same, like how it is used for the sales document. So any doubts on this so far before we move further?
Sir.
Okay, so then we have we discussed something about the copy control during our sales order processing. So what are the different ways of creating a sales document? It can be created by copying from another sales document, or it can be created by copying from another billing document. So applying the same example, what are the different ways in which you can create a delivery document? Can someone tell me?
Sir, pardon, sir.
No, what like we saw during the sales document processing, right? So what are the ways in which you can create a sales order? You can create sales order by copying from another sales order, or you can
Hmm.
create sales order by copying from another billing document.
Billing document.
Similarly, what are the different ways in which you can create a delivery document? You can create a delivery
Like
document
with
by
reference
copying
to
from a sales document.
Sales document.
Okay. Can you
yes.
create a delivery document from a billing?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So there is only one option. So is it
What?
possible to create a delivery document
Sales order to
from by
delivery.
copying from another delivery document? Is it possible?
No, sir.
No. So there is only one option to create a delivery document. Unlike sales order. Sales order, we have two options. You can create sales order by copying from another sales order, or you can create sales order by copying from another billing document. But whereas in the case of delivery
Delivery.
document, you can always create delivery document from another sales document only. So that is the copy control setting that we need to employ here. So if you want to check the copying control, you have shipping. Inside this logistics execution, select the shipping. Inside that you can go to copying control. Specify copy control for deliveries. So you can select this. So here it will take some time. So now here you have delivery document type, which for example we'll give LF, which is the target, and source we can give standard order OR. Press enter. So here you see the target as standard delivery document LF and source is standard order OR. Just go and select details. This is the copying control setting at the header level. So what are the conditions, what requirements has to be satisfied, what data needs to be transmitted will be selected based on the settings that are present here. Any copy control will have three elements in that. One is the data transfer routines, and another is the requirement or the conditions that needs to be satisfied for the copying to happen, and third is the switch or the controls. So what elements needs to be copied. So here we have the same conditions represent the requirements that needs to be satisfied for the copying to happen, and then you have the data transfer routines which control what data needs to be copied, and then the last control data will check whether we need to copy the information as it is from the source document, or do we need to make any modifications to that. So in case of this copy control, we see that the item number, copy item number, so whether we need to copy the same item number from the sales document to this delivery document or not. If you enable that check, then the system will copy the same item number which is present in the sales document to the delivery document. Then we see the conditions. What are the order requirements? What are the combinations? So whenever you try to combine two or three sales orders into one delivery, what conditions the system needs to check. So for example, you have some 3 or 4 sales orders and you are trying to create a combined delivery for all these 3 sales orders into one delivery. So what are the requirements that needs to be satisfied? All the sales orders should be having the same shipping point. They should be having the same shipping point or the destination, ship to party or the destination. They should be using the same route. Then they should be using the same Incoterms. So these are the conditions that needs to be satisfied for the orders to be combined. So those conditions would be written inside the program, and that is represented as a routine or the requirement. They call it as a requirement routine. And then we have something called the data transfer. For header data, what information from the sales documents header has to be copied into the delivery document header. Then header data external system. So from an external system, you are trying to copy and create a delivery. So what kind of data it has to copy, and what are the handling unit related information that needs to be copied into the delivery document would be decided based on the data transfer routines. So this is the copy control setting at the header level. Similarly, we can go to the item and check what are the copy control settings. Now, for example, the source document or the sales order is having an item category of TIN. So let us check how the configuration is enabled for that. Can select this here. Go to details. Here you can see the same thing. What are the conditions or the requirements that needs to be satisfied for the copying to happen at the item level? What are the data transfer routines and the switches? So whether the document flow has to be updated. How about handling the positive negative quantity? So in case if the order has 100 quantity and if the delivery you are creating is only for 50, then this leaves a positive effect. On the other hand, if the order is for 100 and you attempt to create a delivery for 150 quantity, that would leave a negative effect. So how the system would handle the positive negative quantity is based on the setting that you are present here. So here you can see it is marked as plus, which is a positive effect. So this is about the settings that are present at the item level. You will not have a copying enabled at the schedule line level because delivery document does not have a schedule line. So the item will take care of the schedule line in the delivery. So this is about the copy control settings that are enabled inside the delivery document. So now let us look at how to create a delivery document without referring to a sales order or any other reference. So inside VL01N, if you go, you will have some options. Now here you can see with order reference is selected. So this is grayed out. So you have an option without order reference. So create a delivery document without order reference. So you can go and select this. So now it will ask you for the shipping point. Now you put your shipping point. Your delivery type without reference is always LO. You cannot create a delivery without reference for delivery document LF because in the LF configuration, the reference is required option is checked. So you cannot do that. So it will be a different document type, which is called LO, which will be always used for creating deliveries without reference. Then you can give your sales org 1000, distribution channel 12 or division 00, enter. So it will ask for a ship to party. We'll give this as the ship to party. What is the planned GI date? So let us give tomorrow's date as the planned GI date. And what material? We can give this material M-01, quantity 10. Division 07 for a material is different from specified division. So it is just trying to give us a warning. Result of item scheduling is goods issue date. So goods issue date for tomorrow is not possible. System is proposing a new goods issue date based on the material availability date. So now we have tried to create this delivery. Here you see the item category that got determined is DLN because of the change in the delivery document type. You can go and check the incompleteness. Delivery level also you can create incompletion. So there is no data that is yet to be complete. So the document is showing as complete and we can save the order. So delivery without reference has been saved. Now we can try to open that delivery. So here you can see for this item category DLN, the picking status is A, and there is no warehouse number that is come here. So you can, because there is no plant here, so you can put this as same as picked quantity, and now it says it is fully picked. Then you can save this. Select this. Go to the change mode. Try to do the goods issue. There is no plant, no storage location. So we need to have the plant. We need to have the storage location. So shipping from shipping point 1201 and plant.
Hello, sir.
So yeah,
Which time we create transfer order?
after the delivery is created, you should create transfer order to do the picking.
Only then after create a post good issue.
No, that time it's not possible. No. See, you should understand the process. Like first, what you need to do, you need to create a delivery. After the
Yes.
delivery document is created, you need to move the material from one location inside the warehouse to the door or to the staging area, so that the goods can be shipped out from your warehouse. So for that process only, you are creating a transfer order from one location in the warehouse to another location in the warehouse. You need to have a document which controls that movement. For that process, you create a transfer order. And once you confirm the transfer order, it means that the goods are fully picked. After
Okay.
that, you need to perform packing. You need to pack the material, right?
Yes.
Sorry. Once the packing is done, then you are ready to hand over the goods to the logistics service
No.
provider or to the carrier. So that process represents post goods issue. So once you click the post goods issue, that is the end of the delivery. After that, you don't need to do anything because the material is already handed over to the logistics service provider
Logistic.
or to the carrier, who is going to take the goods from your place to the ship to party or to the customer. So after you having handed over the goods, what is there to do? How can you create a transfer order after that point of time? It's not possible, right? So
Yes.
you need to first understand the sequence of the delivery process. So first, you create a delivery just to inform the customer that the materials would be shipped. That's all. That is the importance of creating a delivery document. After that, you need to do some series of process in order to complete the delivery process. For that only, you are trying to do picking, packing, and post goods issue. So what picking means is your material will be present somewhere inside the warehouse. So from that place until the door, you need to move the material, right? Then only you can hand over the material to the courier company. Otherwise, how you can do it? So for that process, you need to create a transfer order. Transfer order, you will have source, storage, location, and a destination bin. So that will represent the movement of material from one point inside the warehouse to another point. So you ensure you move your material near the door. After that, you pack it there and then you hand it over to the courier company. So try to imagine all these business processes in relation to our day-to-day activities, like
Yes,
how
sir.
Amazon works. Go
Yes,
and
sir.
you can go and look at how an Amazon warehouse works. So you order a mobile phone. Amazon will tell us that it will be delivered tomorrow. So today what they will do? They have to They inside the warehouse only mobile phone will not be present, right? They are selling some
Yeah.
thousands and thousands of products they are dealing with, some lakhs of products they are dealing. So where will they go and find your particular mobile phone you have ordered in some red color, and that too with a specific configuration? Where will they go and find? They will go and find in some particular storage location, which is the specific point used for keeping the mobile phones. So from there, how they will hand over the material to the logistics or to the courier company which will be handling the shipment. So they have to go, they cannot allow the courier company to go into the warehouse and take it at wherever you want, you go and take. How can they tell like that? They have to bring the material from that location to the door or to the staging area, from where they can hand over the material to the courier company. You understood, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just try to imagine the situations.
Okay, sir.
So that's so here we have certain customizations that will be enabled for controlling the delivery documents. So you can look at these customizing processes which we already discussed, like how you customize of outbound delivery without order reference. So how do you customize the order related delivery? What is the copy control that will be used? So this kind of customizing, please go through this. And in case if you have any doubts, you can let me know in tomorrow's session. So for normal scenarios and for a delivery that you create without order reference, what are the customizing that we need to carry out? So just have a look in this theoretical concept, and if you have any doubts, then reach out to me tomorrow. Okay. So today what we have discussed is about the delivery process. So what is the delivery process? What is the shipment process? What are the organizational elements, and what are the warehouse specific org elements, and how this process is happening? And then what is the delivery document type configuration? What is the delivery item category? What are the controls of the item category and the delivery document type? What is the structure of the delivery document type? And how we create a delivery without order reference? So what is the specific settings that are present inside the delivery type configuration which enables this? And also we have seen what is the copy control settings for the delivery process. Any doubts on this so far, whatever we discussed today about the delivery process?
No, no, sir.
So
No,
everyone got
sir.
clear? Okay, good. So we have one more important concept related to delivery that we are left with in this uh, book, actually in this TSEM 60 part 2. So maybe if you want, I can continue with that today, or if you feel that today you can continue with your exercises, then we will discuss about this tomorrow.
It's taking a photo.
Sir, what is the topic name? Next topic name?
Sorry.
What is the next topic name you are going to?
See, this is the last unit actually in this module. Okay.
Hmm.
In this, we are going to discuss about the automatic determination of relevant fields, and also how to do the other warehouse related processes like picking, packing, and the post goods issue. So what are the significance of these processes we will discuss here. So in this already we have covered many things like automatic data determination. As far as the delivery document goes, the data will get copied directly from the sales document, right?
Mhm.
So be it plant or shipping point or route. These are the three important data that would get determined in the delivery document based on the sales document. So inside the sales document, how plant gets determined is based on customer material info record or customer master of the ship to or the material master. So once the plant is getting determined, the same plant would get copied into the delivery document. So that is what they have shown here. Okay. Then once the delivering plant is determined in the sales document, based on this delivering plant, the shipping point will get determined. Along with delivering plant, we have shipping conditions and loading group. So shipping conditions will be picked up from the customer master of the sold to party, and the loading group will be picked up from the material master. All these three put together will determine the shipping point. Once the shipping point is determined, what happens? The route will get determined automatically. So how the route gets determined? It is based on the ship to parties,
Shipping.
country, and the transportation zone of the ship to party, and the shipping points country and the transportation zone of the shipping point, along with the transportation group and the shipping conditions. So shipping conditions is from the customer master of the sold to, and transportation or the transportation group is picked up from the material master. So all these put together, the route gets determined. So this is about the route determination, which we already discussed. So this is the automatic data determination that is happening in the sales order, and from the sales order it will get automatically copied into the delivery document. There is no specific change that would happen inside the delivery except for the route. So route, if you want to redetermine the route after the delivery gets created based on the weight of the consignment or some other factors, then we will have a setting inside the delivery document type configuration, which we saw a few minutes back, right? There we will maintain whether we need to redetermine the route in the delivery or not. See, for example, so here in the delivery document type configuration for LF, select this, go to details. Here you have the setting whether we need to have a route redetermined inside the delivery document. So once the delivery document gets created, if you want to redetermine the route, then that would happen based on the setting that is present here. So that is what is about this unit data determination in the delivery process. So now we have completed one lesson. So then we have delivery and transportation scheduling. This also we have discussed. Maybe we can discuss this in much more detail maybe tomorrow. So what is
Yes,
precise
sure.
scheduling? What is daily scheduling? That we will discuss based on the shipping points, factory calendar, and the route. So
Yes.
tomorrow we will discuss this, and then the last concept would be on how to process the outbound deliveries. So how to create outbound delivery. It can be based on a delivery due list. We have already seen this. How to combine orders into one delivery, or how do we split orders into multiple deliveries. So that is also possible. So then delivery due list would be, we will discuss what are the features of the delivery due list, and then picking location determination, and then we will discuss on the again the same concepts of door staging area, what are the influence of that, and then what are the different outputs, and the different options of outbound delivery monitors, and what is the purpose of having them. We will cover tomorrow, which will be used. Outbound delivery monitor would be used for doing the picking in mass, or post goods issue in mass, or creating transfer orders in mass. So all this we can do in using the outbound delivery monitor. So we will discuss this tomorrow, and
Yes, sir.
with that we will close this part 2 of TSEM 60 module. So tomorrow we will try to complete all this so that we close the delivery processing by tomorrow, and from that next day we will try to start with the pricing procedure and condition techniques that are used in pricing procedure, that we will start from the day after. Okay, and next week we will discuss about the billing and the processes in billing. Next week we will discuss. So please try to focus on all the exercises at the back of the units, so you will get some clear idea about this. So in case if you are facing issues with the customer master, the error which Vivek was showing, try to create your own new customers. Then I think you can use those customers and then you can try to create orders and deliveries with that. So try to
Sir,
create. Yeah, Vivek.
yeah. Are you able to perform the same exercise in your system? Means the exercise means the customer change,
Yeah, it
customer
will work.
master,
Yeah, it will work. You
same
can try
master.
to create a customer, new customer. What error you are getting? Still, is it not allowing you?
Yeah. Sir, let me show you in the system, in your
Because
system.
this error, whatever you are showing, will be specific to that particular customer. So
Oh,
in case
sir,
if you are trying to create a new customer, I don't think you will be having the same issue.
sir, sorry, I'm asking to you to
Mm,
show us the with the same customer in your system.
okay, sorry, I stopped sharing. I have again shared my screen. So what is that customer you wanted me to check?
Okay. Yeah, the customer name is T hyphen S62C S62C and 10. Put 10.
Okay, so for this customer, what are the sales? So this is the sales area for this customer.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is working in my system without any problem.
What's the difference?
Mm. Same settings only I have in my system as well, Vivek. So I'm not sure why
Hmm.
you are not able to create. Maybe you can try to create a new customer and see if you are still facing the same issue.
Sir, I guess we have tried to create a new customer today.
Oh, okay. You also tried
Uh,
it. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, no problem, Vivek. So we will look into that. Maybe once I get some time, I will look into that inside your system. So at the time, maybe I will call you and we will check that together also.
Yes, sir. Sir, please try to check this tomorrow
So
today
none of
itself.
the customer is working for you, or
Yeah,
is one?
none of the customer is working.
Mhm. Did you check if the account group settings are existing, or someone might have removed that account group or something like that?
No, sir. Account group. Uh, I didn't see settings for the account group.
Okay. Check. Mm, 1 second. I think. Did you try using any other sales area apart from this 1010 and 00?
Yes, sir.
What sales area you tried?
Um, 12,000, 10,000, 12,000,
For that
12,000,
also, are you getting the
1,000,
same error?
12,000. Huh. Yeah, sir. Error. I'm facing error, but the description is different.
Can
I'm not
you show me that?
remembering that description right now.
Can you share
Okay.
your screen and show me what error you are getting?
Yes, sir. I'm sharing my screen. Mm,
No, you go to VD. No, I'll tell you, go to SE16N. Go to SE16N. Give table KNVV.
yes.
Just click on number of entries
Number of entries. Where, sir? I can't know.
in this
Ah,
tab.
yes, yes. Okay.
Click on that. Let's check how many. There are 25,000 entries. Okay. So just give sales org. Okay. Try to give sales org 1,000
Where?
in that sales org field next to customer.
Okay.
Give
Okay.
1,000 and remove that 500 in the maximum number of hits and try to execute now. Okay, now 1,000. Just select that line customer, that row, that column, customer column. Yeah, select that entire. Yeah, and click on the third button after that
This one.
glass. Sort in descending. Yeah, select that.
Hmm.
Okay. Just try to expand that customer. We will see what are these customers.
Expand means yeah,
Yeah,
like
expand.
this.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, just slowly do page down. Yeah, just we will continuously keep scrolling down. 1014. Okay, scroll down. Just scroll down. Scroll down. There are so many customers which are already existing. Why for you are getting this error? I don't understand. Yes.
Sir, these orders are created on 2003, I guess. Many years, I guess.
Okay, just select that column with created on.
Yeah, ascending. Okay.
No. Close this.
Created.
Select that
Hmm.
column created on and
Hmm.
go to descending or sort. Sort in descending now. No, sort in descending. Yeah. Click that. Until after 2006, nothing they have created, man.
Hmm.
Okay. I'll tell you. Go to SPRO. SPRO. Go to financial accounting. Yeah. Financial accounting, accounts receivable and accounts payable. Customer accounts. Master data. Preparations for creating customer master data. Define account groups with screen layout.
13.
Who
Yes,
is that
13.
13?
I guess.
Kuldeep.
The,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Just give yes.
yes. Okay. Then.
Select that account group 0001. Go to details. General. Okay. Just okay. Click on the general data. No. Field
Okay, okay.
status.
Sorry, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. No. Double click.
Double click.
Hmm.
Go to extras on top.
Mhm.
Okay.
Then
No, subgroup. Okay, man. This looks fine. I don't know why for you it is not working. Just go to XD01
what's that?
slash
Hmm?
n XD01
XD. Okay.
01. Okay. Company code give 1000. Okay. Now enter. Sales area is not defined for customers. Give another sales org 1000. Give distribution channel 12. Remove everything from that reference. Remove everything.
Material 2. Reference material 2.
Huh?
You have to remove reference material 2.
Yeah, that also remove. Now give just click once on customers sales areas button.
This one.
Okay, now close this. Now enter. Press enter.
Enter.
Go back. Close this. Enter sales org 1000. Distribution channel give 12.
Here.
Again press enter. Account group uses external account uses external, specify an account number. Okay, account group sold to party uses external number assignment, specify an account number. Give some customer number like
2, 3, 4, 8.
1.
1.
Press enter. Create customer. You can copy this name, everything, and then maybe create your own customer and use that. Okay.
Okay.
You know
Sir,
how to
from
create
where?
customer master, right?
Sir, from where I can copy this already
Go.
present data?
No. See,
Hmm?
you can give your own data. See, give name, give some test, or give your name only. Title,
Hmm.
give company. Then search term, you give that same name which you are using. Then city, you give something like Pune or Delhi, something. Country, give IN. Transportation zone, give. You can go to F4 help and give all the data there.
Okay.
Similarly, you try to move on each and every tab. You try to move and create your customer. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Now only you give, no? What are
Okay.
you waiting for?
I thought you were. Okay. Okay.
Now
Right.
only I want you to create.
Giving a test. Test 10.
Same test 10 you give search term also.
Route number.
Don't give all this. Go to postal code and city. I will provide you the details. Wait.
Okay.
Recording stop there.